Unit 1, we'll see Foundations of Data Science, Unit 1, where we'll see Introduction of Data. So, what is data science? So, data science is an evolutionary extension of statistics capable of dealing with massive amounts of data. So, here in data science, we have raw data to be converted to data which can be used by client and the stakeholders for better decision making. So here we have many mathematical tools involving in data science. So ability to work with big data is also an experience of machine learning. So here in big data, here we use Python, which is a great language for data science because it has many data science libraries available and widely supported with specialized software. Next we move on to big data. So big data is a blanket of term collection of large volume of data. So it has three characteristics where it is volume, variety, and velocity. So volume shows how much data is there. So in a particular data science, relational database management systems, we'll see how much volume is available and types of data, and what new and speed of its data can be generated. So basically, we'll define how data science give us the benefits and its uses. So anomaly detection. So anomaly detection helps us in fraud detection and diagnosis of diseases and crime. And weather forecasting in weather patterns and financial market patterns. And also we can use data science recognition, that is facial recognitions, voice and text. And then optimization. In optimization, we can use in scheduling rideshare pickups, like if you're going to book cabs. So this helps in better decision and prediction of future. So moving on to data science lifecycle process. So data science lifecycle process, we have in number of steps. So first will be understanding the problem. So what is understanding the problem? So understanding the problem is we have to understand the problem a client faces. Okay, so the client will give us the requirement and the problem he faces, and we should be in a state that we are able to suffice the requirements of the client. Next, for that problem, we are going to collect the relevant data. So we are going to gather the relevant data, and we are going to prepare the data for the further use. So here we'll be using exploratory data analysis, and then next step will be feature engineering and feature extraction. So here we have data scientist and data analyst involved, and then we'll be moving on to building the model. So model building will be the final stage of the data science process. So here are the 6 steps. So first will be defining research goals, and then retrieving the data preparation, exploratory data analysis, build the model, and presenting the findings. So these are the 6 steps. So understanding the business problem, as I already said, first you want to understand his or her requirements, and we actually want to achieve the prediction. So what is data collection? So data collection is we need to collect the relevant data to break the requirements of the client. So okay, so they'll be giving us data in only a small component. So we have to change it into various data, in which include web servers, logs, and social media posts. So here we can collect data both externally and internal source of collecting of data. So next we'll be having data preparation. So in data preparation, we have 3 forms, that is data cleaning, data transformation, and combining data. So data cleaning is the data which we get. So for example, we load data from CSV file, which is a spreadsheet, comma separated value file. So here we have data with errors for data entry, and if there are any missing values, and also outliers and spaces types. So we'll be handling these missing values in data preparation. So data transformation. So data transformation is we are going to transform the data which is available using dummies and reducing the number of variables. Next is combining the data. So what is combining the data is we are going to combine the data with set of operators. And then exploration. Here in exploration, we have hypothesis graph. So data preparation is where relevant sources we need to move forward for data preparation. Next step will be data modeling. So here is the phase where data gets modeled with this selected appropriate model. Next, step 2, we saw that retrieval of data. Retrieval of data is the second step in data science process, So where high quality of data freely available for public use, we retrieve it either in third parties, or you can collect the data by ourselves. So either in step 3 we have data preparation. So already, as we discussed, cleaning, integration, and transforming of data. So next we'll move on to facets of data. So the main categories here are structured data, unstructured data of natural language, machine generated, and graph based. So what's structured data? So structured data is, it will be in a format which is easily retrievable. So here we have SQL query, so structured query, Excel files. So here data depends on the model and fixed file within a record. So it has, the record means with rows and columns. So unstructured data. So difference between structured data and unstructured data is, it isn't easy to fit into a data model because the content here is not specific. For example, so data in your email. So data in your email, if you see, there will be a person who will be sending you mails and complaints with n number of data. So you won't be able to separate it into inbox, outbox, or either you want to keep it in the spam. So that is unstructured data. Next is natural language and machine generated. So natural language is how the machine is able to understand the characters, words, and sentence. So it will be able to produce us the required output. Next is machine generated data. So machine generated data is automatically a computer process application. So only a machine will give us the data source which we want to get. So moving on to graph based or network based is one of the facets of data. So graph based or network based gives us the relationships and interaction between entities. For example, if you take a Facebook, so Facebook, if we see, we have a friend, so and we get connected to friends of friend. So graph data can be used in, for example, in a network based relation type. Okay, so next topic is data mining. So data mining is the process of discovering the information. Okay, so what is data and what is information? So data is the collection of stored information. Information is the knowledge we gain. So what knowledge we gain from the derived patterns is what information is. Here in data mining, we have many benefits. So we'll be using in forecasting, recommendations, finding sequences, grouping, and risk and probability. So that is where we use data mining. So data mining, we have integrated servers and designers validating the models with exploring the data. So data mining is very useful for data analysis. Okay, next we'll move on to data warehousing. So data warehousing is a process of constructing and using a data. So here the data is already stored. Okay, so in data warehousing, the data is already stored. We can use it for a then and there a decision making for a queries. So here it involves data cleaning, data integration, and data consolidation. So here we have characteristics of data warehouse. So what is the characteristics of data warehouse? So main characteristics of data warehouse is subject oriented. So one is subject oriented and it's integrated. So what is subject oriented? Subject oriented is where we get information only topic wise. Okay, for example, if you take sales, okay, if you take a bank details, we'll get subject information only based upon the data we give, which is inventory, promotion, and all that integrated data. A data warehouse is developed by integrating the data for a consistent format. So let's see the diagram, the key features of data warehouse. Here it is subject oriented, time variant. So time variant is, it should be available at the spur of the time when we serve for. So here we see a data warehouse which has a subject account. So subject here is account. Okay, here from the subject of account we will have either it's a saving account or it's a account checking account or a loans account. So this is an example of data warehouse integrated. So it's just an integrated format. Next will be non-volatile data. So what is non-volatile data is data which should be in readable format. So we can, in using OLTP, what is OLTP? Is online processing. So online processing, you can load data in the warehouse where supports for decision support systems where you can load and read the data. So why we need data warehouse? So it may be useful in business users, store historical data, make strategic decisions, and for data consistency and quality. So business users mostly in non-technical side, the data may be presented to them in an elementary format. So where we use SQL queries, relation database systems. Store historical data. So data warehouse is required for storing historical data, which is at the time of retrieval will be very easy and available at the time of requirement. So what is difference between data science and data mining? So data science plays a crucial role in where we collect the raw data, and the objective is to actionable insights and give us the required solution for prediction and future decision making. So what is data mining? So data mining here is, it deals with data analysis modeling to understand the complex world of data. Here data science is extracting useful information. So it extracts only the information which we want and give us the requirement for the client. So here data mining, we get the knowledge of information to be gathered. Here it is a multidisciplinary field with applications and designs. So here in this unit of introduction of data science, we see how the data is being processed, what is data science and the research goal, how we retrieve data for finding and getting of data, how it happens, and data preparation. So how data gets prepared using exploratory data analysis, how we transform data into dummies, and next data exploration. So how we explore the data using third parties, web servers and log servers. And next, presentation and automation. So presentation and automation is once the data ends into the last stage, that is step 6. Here we give the results to the stakeholders, and this analysis process for repetitive use and integration for other tools. So this is the summary of introduction of data science. So thank you.